My name is Connie Hardy, and I am a registered dietitian. I work in the Office of Nutrition, Labeling, and Dietary Supplements, specifically in the Division of Dietary Supplement Programs. Today, I will be giving you an update on dietary supplements. In my talk, I will go over some general statistics related to the dietary supplement industry since the Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act, otherwise known as DSHEA, was passed in October 1994. I will touch upon several dietary supplement ingredients and/or products that have been in the news or in FDA consumer updates. I'll briefly discuss recent research findings related to one particular dietary supplement ingredient that is currently on the market. Next, since you have already heard two talks related to labeling and claims for foods, I will briefly comment on structure-function claims as they relate to dietary supplements. I will give an overview of the new dietary ingredient notification program and dietary supplement inspection activities related to good manufacturing practices. I will also summarize some of the hidden ingredients that have been found in numerous dietary supplement products. Finally, I will present a short overview of a recent guidance document relating to distinguishing liquid dietary supplements from beverages. FDA regulates both finished dietary supplement products and dietary ingredients. Dietary supplements are regulated under a different set of regulations than those covering conventional foods and drug products. Under DSHEA, manufacturers and distributors of dietary supplements and dietary ingredients are prohibited from marketing products that are adulterated or misbranded. That means that these firms are responsible for evaluating the safety and labeling of their products before marketing to ensure that they meet all of the requirements of DSHEA and FDA regulations. FDA is responsible for taking action against any adulterated or misbranded dietary supplement product after it reaches the market. FDA enforcement actions involving dietary supplements have included warning letters, banning products, executing injunctions, working with U.S. Marshals to seize products, and issuing safety alerts and consent decrees, which are agreements approved and enforced by a federal court. Over 150 Americans take dietary supplements. The 2012 Nutrition Business Journal estimated that approximately $32.5 billion US are generated by the sales of dietary supplement products. The dietary supplement industry includes approximately 1,440 firms, including manufacturers, packagers, labelers, holders, distributors, and warehousers. At the time that DSHEA was passed, it was estimated that approximately 4,000 dietary supplement products existed. In 2004, the Institute of Medicine estimated that approximately 1,000 new dietary supplements would be introduced each year. The Dietary Supplement Label Database currently consists of 35,450 dietary supplements that have been verified with manufacturers. In the passing of DSHEA, one of the findings that Congress set forth was, quote, dietary supplements are safe within a broad range of intake and safety problems with supplements are relatively rare. In that, FDA has limited resources to analyze the composition of food products, including dietary supplements. It focuses these resources first on public health emergencies and products that may have caused injury or illness. The remaining funds are used for routine monitoring of products pulled from store shelves or collected during inspections of manufacturing firms. In 2012 and 2013, the agency identified approximately 140 spiked dietary supplement products. FDA's review of new dietary ingredient notifications, otherwise known as NDINs, are an important preventive control mechanism to ensure that the consumer is not exposed to unnecessary public health risks in the form of new ingredients with unknown safety profiles. Approximately 40 to 50 NDI notifications are submitted annually, with the agency receiving 845 notifications since DSHEA was passed. The Division of Dietary Supplement Program works with a staff of approximately 20 full-time equivalents. In 2012, FDA issued warning letters to 11 manufacturers and distributors of dietary supplements containing dimethylamine, more popularly known as DMAA, for marketing products for which evidence of the safety of the product had not been submitted to FDA. DMAA was often marketed as a natural stimulant. DMAA, especially in combination with other ingredients such as caffeine, can be a health risk to consumers. Ingestion of DMAA can elevate blood pressure and lead to cardiovascular problems ranging from shortness of breath and tightening in the chest to heart attack. Most companies warned that were warned stopped distributing products with DMAA. However, in 2013, as a result of follow-up legal action by the FDA, the dietary supplement firm USP Labs voluntarily destroyed its DMAA-containing products, that being Oxy Elite Pro and Jack 3D. In early 2012, FDA warned the public about the products Rumofen Plus and Rumofen Plus Premium, which were marketed as natural dietary supplements for treating arthritis, muscle pain, osteoporosis, bone cancer, and other conditions. The products were manufactured in Mexico by Rieger Naturals. However, these products were sold throughout the United States in some retail outlets, at flea markets, and on various internet sites. The adverse events associated with these products included liver injury, death, stroke, severe bleeding, sudden worsening of glucose control, weight gain, swelling, leg cramps, withdrawal syndrome, and adrenal suppression. FDA laboratory analysis revealed that Rumofen Plus contains undeclared and potentially harmful prescription drug ingredients: dexamethasone, a corticosteroid; diclofenac sodium, an anti-inflammatory drug; and methylcarbamol, a muscle relaxant. Rumofen Plus Premium was found to contain diclofenac sodium and methylcarbamol. In late December 2012, FDA again warned the public about the product WOW, which was actually relabeled Rumofen Plus. In April 2013, the agency warned a number of companies that they would be facing possible legal action if they continued to make false or misleading claims about products and therapies claiming to treat or cure autism. Some of the so-called therapies, which included chelation therapies, coconut kefir, and other probiotic products, and miracle mineral solution, carry significant health risks. A public update emphasized that if a product is unproven or little-known treatment, an individual should talk to their healthcare provider before buying or using the product. In 2013, FDA issued warning letters to firms marketing dietary supplement products, claiming to protect against and heal traumatic brain injuries. Similarly, in 2014, the agency issued a consumer update in reference to dietary supplements that were marketed for the prevention of concussion or the reduction of post-concussion symptoms that would allow athletes to return to play sooner. In July 2013, the FDA launched an initiative to counter illegally sold products aimed at consumers who have diabetes. Examples of claims observed on these illegally marketed products included, quote, lower your blood sugar naturally, lowers A1C levels significantly, you'll lower your chances of having eye disease, kidney disease, nerve damage, and heart disease. It can replace medicine in the treatment of diabetes and for the relief of diabetic foot pain. There are 26 million people in the United States who have diabetes, including about 7 million who are undiagnosed, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Products that promise an easy fix might be alluring, but consumers are gambling with their health when they use such products. Research on dietary supplement products and/or ingredients is another activity that the agency is involved in. Extracts of Acacia rigula is an ingredient used in weight loss and bodybuilding products. There is little or no published data about their potential biological effects. FDA analyzed several dietary supplement products that supposedly contained Acacia rigula, and it was found that the amine profiles of authenticated plant materials were significantly different than the relative amounts found in the dietary supplements. The study, which covered 21 products, showed that beta-methylphenylethylamine, a non-natural compound, was present in several of the dietary supplements. Beta-methylphenylethylamine, which is listed on the S6 stimulants list, is prohibited in sports competition. It is a positional isomer of amphetamine, and the study demonstrated that it can be misidentified as an amphetamine drug during LC-MS analysis. An independent GC-MS analysis was carried out to confirm that the presence of beta-methylphenylethylamine in dietary supplements labeled as containing Acacia rigula. This study demonstrated that confirmations by independent analytical methods are essential to verify findings of unusual or unexpected compounds in dietary supplements. Here is a polling question, number 1. True or false? New dietary ingredient notifications are the only pre-market preventive control with respect to the regulation of dietary supplements. Thank you for taking the poll. The correct answer is true. The tools that FDA uses as support for its enforcement cases include current GMPs, serious adverse event reports, product labeling, facility registration, and new dietary ingredient notification, which are the only pre-market preventive with respect to the regulation of dietary supplements. Polling question 2. The Council for Responsible Nutrition and the Natural Products Association, two dietary supplement industry trade groups, provided to FDA 2 authoritative lists of dietary ingredients that were marketed prior to October 15, 1994. Thank you for completing the polling question. The correct answer is false. In reviewing a dietary supplement entry, several criteria are assessed. The agency must first determine if the product is a dietary supplement. Secondly, the declared ingredients on the product label are reviewed to determine if they are dietary ingredients. I'm sorry, I think I missed. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Note there is no authoritative list of dietary ingredients that were marketed prior to October 15, 1994, the so-called grandfather list or the old dietary ingredient list. Third, identity and supplement facts labeling are reviewed for compliance with regulations. Finally, claims made on the labeling are evaluated. It's not going down. Okay. The term dietary supplement is defined in Section 201FF of the FD&C Act as a product other than tobacco intended to supplement the diet that bears or contains one or more dietary ingredients. Dietary ingredients are listed in the Act as vitamin, mineral, amino acid, not limited to nutritionally essential, an herb or botanical, a dietary substance for use by man to supplement the diet by increasing the total dietary intake, or an extract, constituent, combination, concentrate, or metabolite of any of the above items. The phrase dietary substance for use by man means that it pertains to the usual food or drink of man, and it does not include any substance. It is not limited to the U.S. diet. However, it is limited to human use. It does not include human tissue or pathogenic bacteria. Next polling question. Which of the following could be a dietary supplement? A probiotic containing suppository, a zinc containing lozenge, C, a vitamin mineral containing transdermal patch, or D, a human placenta containing product. Thank you for taking the poll. The correct answer is B, a zinc-containing lozenge. A dietary supplement must be intended for ingestion, which means it must be taken into the stomach and gastrointestinal tract enterally. A dietary supplement does not include external topical products, patches, mouthwashes, rinses, nasal or inhaled products, sublinguals, an injectable, or a suppository. DHEA established some special regulatory requirements and procedures for structure-function claims and 2 related types of disease supplement labeling claims, claims of well-being and claims related to a nutrient deficiency disease. Structure-function claims may describe the role of a nutrient or dietary ingredient intended to affect the normal structure or function of the body. For example, calcium builds strong bones. In addition, they may characterize the means by which a nutrient or a dietary ingredient acts to maintain such structure or function. For example, fiber maintains bowel regularity, or antioxidants maintain cell integrity. General well-being claims describe general well-being from consumption of a nutrient or a dietary ingredient. Nutrient deficiency disease claims describe a benefit related to a nutrient deficiency disease like vitamin C and scurvy, but such claims are allowed only if they also say how widespread such a disease is in the United States. These three types of claims are not pre-approved by FDA, but the manufacturer must have substantiation that the claim is truthful and not misleading, and must submit a notification with the text of the claim to FDA no later than 30 days after marketing the dietary supplement within the claim. If a dietary supplement label includes such a claim, it must state in a disclaimer that FDA has not evaluated the claim. The disclaimer must also state that the dietary supplement product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease, because only a drug can legally make such a claim. A structure function claim may not claim to diagnose, treat, or cure or prevent any disease. Disease is defined in 21 CFR 101.93 G1 as damage to an organ, part, structure, or system of the body such that it does not function properly, or a state of health leading to such dysfunction. The FD&C Act requires that manufacturers and distributors who wish to market dietary supplements that contain new dietary ingredients notify the FDA about these ingredients. The term new dietary ingredient means a dietary ingredient that was not marketed in the United States in a dietary supplement before October 15, 1994. Manufacturers and distributors are responsible for determining if an ingredient is a new dietary ingredient, and if not, for documenting either that the dietary supplement that contained the new dietary ingredient was marketed before October 15, 1994, or that the dietary ingredient was marketed for use in dietary supplements before that date. The notification must be submitted to FDA at least 75 days before the dietary ingredient is introduced or delivered for introduction into interstate commerce, and the information must provide the basis on which one concludes that a dietary supplement containing the new dietary ingredient will reasonably be expected to be safe. This slide presents the categorization of unique new dietary ingredient notifications. As you can see, the majority of notifications were for herbs or botanicals. The next slide depicts the 4 types of letters and percentages of those letters that have been issued for the 587 unique notifications. Please note that approximately 32% of unique notifications received an acknowledgement letter, and 40% of unique notifications received an inadequate letter with respect to chemistry and/or safety data. In 2007, the FDA issued the final rule establishing regulations to require current good manufacturing practices, GMPs, for dietary supplements. The first GMP inspection began in 2008 for large companies and allowed a 3-year phase-in for small businesses. The first warning letter related to a dietary supplement GMP inspection was issued in 2010. Current GMPs apply to all domestic and foreign companies that manufacture, package, label, or hold dietary supplements, including those involved with the activities of testing, quality control, packaging, and labeling and distributing them in the United States. The rule establishes GMPs for industry-wide use that are necessary to require that dietary supplements are manufactured consistently as to identity, purity, strength, and composition. The rule addresses the quality of manufacturing processes for dietary supplements and the accurate listing of supplement ingredients. It does not address the safety of the ingredients or their effects on health when proper manufacturing techniques are used. This slide depicts FY 2013 domestic inspections of dietary supplement firms. A GMP inspection of a dietary supplement firm is generally coded as a 21008A. However, in certain circumstances, the investigator may have coded the inspection as 21008, which is actually a label review only inspection. With that in mind, both inspection codes are indicated on this slide. Please note that approximately 31% of firms inspected under the GMPs were coded as official action indicated. Official action inspection classification occurs when significant objectionable conditions or practices are found and regulatory action is warranted to address the establishment's lack of compliance with the statutes or regulations. The following slide details the different regulatory outcomes pertaining to dietary supplement inspections for fiscal year 2013. The majority of firms, as you can see on this slide, received warning letters. FDA has identified an emerging trend where over-the-counter products frequently represented as dietary supplements contain hidden active ingredients that could be harmful. FDA learns about dangerous products from reports of problems filed with the agency, basic intelligence gathering, and by looking at how products are marketed. Hidden ingredients can include prescription drug ingredients, including controlled substances, analogs of prescription drug ingredients, unapproved scheduled controlled substances, ingredients with an investigational new drug and under clinical investigation, novel ingredients that have never been studied in humans, ingredients approved as drugs in other countries, and ingredients that have been removed from U.S. markets for safety reasons. Hidden ingredients are increasingly becoming a problem in products promoted for sexual enhancement. This slide shows some of the products that were analyzed during 2012 and 2013 and the hidden ingredients that were contained in those products. Dietary supplements targeted for weight loss are another category for which hidden ingredients have been found. This slide depicts several weight loss products and the hidden ingredients that were noted during 2012 and 2013. Here is a listing of several notable dietary supplement product recalls and alerts that occurred in 2014, with the hidden ingredient being identified. As you can see, certain weight loss and sexual enhancement products continue to show up in our recalls. Here is a listing of, You might wish to use the following FDA website links for recalls, market withdrawals, and safety alerts in general, and in particular specific categories of tainted dietary supplement products. These links contain warning letters that have been issued. Information on the latest news from tainted dietary supplement products can be obtained by using FDA's widget and RSS feed. All imported products are required to meet the same standards as domestic goods. Import alerts are a tool that FDA uses to enforce these standards. Import alerts identify firms and product names that are to be detained. Import Alert 54-14 pertains to the detention without physical examination of dietary supplement products from firms which have not met dietary supplement GMPs. FDA performs foreign inspection of dietary supplement manufacturers to determine compliance with 21 CFR 111. FDA may detain affected products if inspection has revealed that a firm is not operating in conformity with current good manufacturing practices. When and if FDA confirms that corrections have been made, the respective firm's dietary supplement products will be removed from the detention without physical examination. Import Alert 54-15 pertains to kratom, a botanical which the FDA considers to be a new dietary ingredient for which there is inadequate information to provide reasonable assurance that such ingredient does not present a significant or unreasonable risk of injury. The scientific literature disclosed serious concerns regarding the toxicity of kratom in multiple organ systems. Consumption of kratom can lead to a number of health impacts, including respiratory depression, nervousness, agitation, aggression, sleeplessness, hallucinations, delusions, tremors, loss of libido, constipation, skin hyperpigmentation, nausea, vomiting, and severe withdrawal signs and symptoms. In 2014, the agency issued guidance to describe the factors to consider when determining when a liquid product should be marketed as a dietary supplement for a conventional food. In general, beverages are considered conventional foods that may not be marketed as dietary supplements. The factors that distinguish beverages from liquid dietary supplements include labeling and advertising, the product name, the product packaging, the serving size, recommended daily intake, marketing practices, composition, and representations about a product. The guidance points out that powdered premixed products and liquid concentrates may be dietary supplements when they are labeled as dietary supplements, provided that they are not represented for beverage use or as an alternative to beverages. The guidance further details the regulatory requirements for ingredients of beverages and liquid dietary supplements, and finally notes that dietary supplement products must comply with applicable labeling requirements. In closing, FDA ensures consumers have access to dietary supplements that meet quality standards that are free from contamination and are accurately labeled by using DSHEA's regulatory framework. I wish to thank the following individuals who assisted me with information in this presentation: Dr. Kara Welsh, Dr. Fred Hines, Mallory Kelly, Matt Albright, Lori Bates, Gary Cootie, and Jason Humber. Feel free to contact me if you have any further information.
Well, thank you very much, Connie. That was a very informative presentation and full of information. During your presentation, you had several people wrote in their questions. One is, would you comment on when we may see the final rule on the NDIN?
I know they're working on it, but I don't work in that section. I know it's on the high priority list, and that's all I can answer. I really don't know when it's going to be finished.
Well, stay tuned and keep watching. Another question is, are the Division of Dietary Supplement Programs at FDA the same as the Office of Dietary Supplements at NIH?
No, they're totally different. NIH does not do enforcement activities like we do. The second thing is there is a collaboration between our office and NIH where I serve as a liaison on the dietary supplement label database.
Now, in your presentation, you gave the definition of a supplement that is